What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. I've really been thinking about this just because I feel there's a lot of stuff that we get told, especially when we're young. Because I feel when you're really young, I'm talking like 12, 11, 10, fucking 9, there's so much stuff you kind of get told and you just expect it to be true because it's being said to you that when you really think about it later on, you're just like, fuck was the point of that? Yeah, it's just like, what? Why? One thing that's always bothered me, it's that stupid light in the back of the car. Because, I remember being told every single time, don't turn it on. And to this day, I never understood why. That's why I went out of my way to do the one thing we all wish we could have done. And basically I drove with the light on. I turned the back seat light on and I drove. And some crazy shit? Nothing happened. Never got pulled over. Car did not blow up. I really swore up and down that, like, if I had kept that light on, something was going to happen. I was waiting for it the whole time. I felt anxious as shit. I felt so much, like, anxiety doing that when I finally stopped, I was like, what was I nervous about? It made no sense. And even now, just, like, thinking about it, I don't get why we couldn't turn it on. Because it didn't impair driving. It didn't, like, make driving more difficult or anything. It was just kind of, it was there, I think the next thing that made no sense to me was all the people who told us to be careful with our candy on Halloween. Because, they were worried someone might sneak like a razor or some fucking pot into it. I'll be so dead ass with you. Bro, no one is sneaking weed into your kid's candy. No one is doing any of that. Do you know how much an eighth costs? Especially if you have to get it from a dispensary. No one is going out of their way to give away free weed to your fucking brat kid. Or just any drug in general. Honestly, at my age right now, if you were to tell me there's a house giving away free edibles, I'm booking it. I'm going to there. And I'm fucking reselling because I don't know a single place where you could get edibles for cheap. And the other thing is, it was just like, everybody already understood. If you did have some piece of candy that was already open or something, just throw it away. I don't think anybody's going to be sitting there injecting like acid or something into your kid's candy. Personally, I've gotten things off the ground that I probably shouldn't have eaten. I remember the first time I had a beer, I was like 14, and I found this shit unopened in the middle of a park, and I just picked it up. And, in hindsight, it was probably a really bad idea, but in my head at the moment, I was like, hey, yo, this is liquor. This is alcohol. And I already knew I wasn't going to find it nowhere else. So, yeah, I ran with it. And that's why I say, if we're out here doing all that dumb shit, I'm pretty sure a little bit of weed in our candy was the least of our concern. I'd say the other thing that never made sense to me was probably all the teachers who would sit there and be like, you got to study and get all these perfect grades, because if not, you're going to be stuck doing construction work or being a trucker. Well, come to find out, the truckers apparently make double what the teachers make, and they were out here bad-mouthing them. Like, I've met truckers who, after hearing their salary, like, I really thought about it. If you haven't had that moment in your life where you contemplated getting, like, a CDL permit or something, I don't even know if that's the one, but where you had a moment where it's just like, man, what if I get my trucking license? If you've never had that, bro, you're not living the right way. Because I really did think about it, but I decided it wasn't for me. Too much on the road traffic. I can't do that. And even the dudes who work construction, they got 401ks, they got insurance, and this whole time, we were looking down on them when most of the time, it's these blue-collar workers who are actually out here making more bread than anybody else. Because I've met people who went to college and all they have to show for is $100,000 worth of debt and getting a job at like Walmart or something. Aside from that, though, there's not really much else I wanted to actually talk about. Just wanted to make a quick little like micro rant. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys all have a good, wonderful day, night, wherever you're at. And I'm probably going to be uploading something later, but I'll figure it out when I get there. But yes, sir. Hope you all have a great time. Love y'all.